Hey, so I decided to vlog tonight because I'm feeling kind of anxious. What's going on right now is I'm starting statistics tomorrow. I have a bachelor's degree in biology right now, but I had 4 classes when I graduated that I still needed to complete. So I've been completing them at a local school. It's an hour away, but it's still more local than driving to the city, which was sometimes a 2-hour commute, and it's also half the cost of my last school. So I'm taking these 4 classes, and I did 2 of them this summer. I took physics 1 and 2. Now I'm doing statistics in the fall and chemistry 2 in the spring. I'm not very excited. Also, I'm definitely supposed to be studying for the GREs right now, but I can't focus and I'm a little anxious just because of the way today played out. I had an interesting conversation with an ex, I guess. I guess I should start by asking the question, how do you get over someone? I wish I knew. All my relationships have ended with me blocking the other person out because they were really upset and texted me, called me all the time, to the point where I was like, this is not healthy for me or for you, so I need to block your number and I need to block you on Facebook. And it worked. Every other time it worked. I kept my distance, they kept theirs, and then usually they found someone else or I found someone else. Mostly they found someone else pretty quickly. So we moved on because there was no other option. I couldn't see them anymore. Their presence was gone from the internet, and that's it. It was not that messy because it was a clear break, and once they were with someone else, that's it. With this last person that I was with, I even hate talking about her in case she sees this, but I can't. There's this invention called Tumblr, and it's great. It's really great. It's a great time user when you're bored or when you're walking to class or when you're, I don't know, when you have free time on your hands. It's great. You find out about news on this website, you find recipes, and you just kind of make this presence on the internet that explains who you are. And I really like the website. I've been using it more and more. I didn't really use it much until I met the last person I dated, and now it's like a part of my life, and I use it both as a journal and just to reblog stuff that kind of describes me. I've gotten really used to doing that the past few months, I guess. The problem with that is now we're broken up and she's got this presence on the internet that's just there, and it's like haunting me. And on this website, you can't block people. So it's there. There's always this thing tempting me to check on her, to see how she's doing, to see what's going on in her head, to see what she's thinking about, to see if she's thinking about me. And it's messy. It's very messy because I have quite an obsessive personality in some regards. The fact that I know that she's on this website as much as I drive myself a little bit crazy checking on her. And it's bad. And it's hard because it's preventing me from moving on or from getting over her. And I think it's having the same effect on her as well, because I'm there, I'm writing about things, she's keeping up with me, she knows what's going on. It's difficult. It's difficult to be in the presence of someone else on the internet that you were once close with. And this is like a new thing for this generation. The other people that I dated in the past weren't really as internet obsessed, I guess. I hate that word, but yeah, as internet obsessed as I am. So it's never been a problem. Once we broke up, I blocked them from the basics. I blocked them from texting me, I blocked them from Facebook, and that was it. And now there's this website where I know she is all the time, and I can't block her, she can't block me, so we're both there, and it's just a matter of willpower. So what do you do? How do you get the willpower to not check on this person so much that it drives you crazy? And how do you stay away from them long enough to allow yourself to move on? I'm still working on that. I know other people have this problem for sure, especially with all of these new websites like Instagram and Facebook and Vine and all of these crazy websites that you can just look at people and what they're doing. And even having a vlog makes me nervous because I feel like, I update it less than I do Tumblr, so, but I'm a presence here, and if someone's having a hard time getting over me, then they can watch this and they can know how I feel, and maybe that people aren't as crazy as I am. Maybe that's the case, and I hope that they're not, because I hate the way that I get when I'm in situations like this, and especially when I'm not over someone, because I can't stop thinking about them. So if I have constant reminders of them, it's gonna be even worse. So I am struggling with this situation, and I actually talked to her today about it because she's in the same boat, and we're grappling with this. Like, we both know that we're wrong for each other. Even if we can't put perfect words to it and articulate it perfectly as to why we're wrong for each other, we both know that we're wrong for each other. But yet we're both checking on each other all the time, and we're both wondering how the other person is feeling. And there's a way to figure it out. So how do you keep yourself away from that? And should you? And is there a better way? Is there an easier way? Is there something else that you should be doing? I don't know. I've never dealt with this before, and I just want to be happy and not have these things that make me upset and cause me anxiety. And it's hard because on one hand, I want to talk to her a lot, but on the other hand, it's opening a can of worms, and it's bad, and I know that. And what can you do? What can you do other than not talk to them and block them out as much as you can? And it sucks. And it's hard realizing that most things in life are temporary, and most people in your life are temporary. And that's something that I'm coming to terms with. It's really difficult. The internet doesn't help because there's always that reminder or that Facebook profile of that friend that you used to have that you see sometimes, and you're like, oh, that makes me really sad that we're not friends anymore. It almost makes me want to just boycott technology in general because I get so annoyed with it. I've actually been thinking a lot about getting rid of text messaging. That's like a crazy thing because how much do we rely on text messaging? I looked at my Verizon bill today, and I think I sent over 1,300 texts or something last month. How do I get rid of that? And I'm not even in a relationship, and that's how much I've sent. So how do I let that go, and can I get rid of text messaging? And is it a good way to improve the way I communicate with people and cut out some drama? Because this ex that will so easily text message me probably isn't going to pick up the phone to call me for the same thing that they would text me about. I think there's a lot of miscommunication that happens when you're texting people. There's a huge disconnect when you're texting people. So I've been thinking about that. I don't know if I can survive without texting. I'm thinking that it would be an interesting way to enhance my life and my connections with people and my relationships with people. I'm rambling a little bit, but that's what vlogging is for, I guess. I'm still anxious. I don't know if it's because of the conversation I had today and all my analysis of Tumblr and all of that stuff. I don't know if it's because of statistics. I don't know if it's because of the upcoming GREs. It's probably a combination of all of those things. I'm trying to sort through my emotions and really figure out why I have anxiety and see if I can do anything to fix it. Boycotting texting and maybe eventually boycotting Tumblr will be probably good for me. And it sucks because I've gotten so attached to these things. I wish that I could be mature enough and have enough willpower to just use these things responsibly. But I'm just not, and I just don't. And I can't control what other people do. So those are my thoughts for tonight. If you have any feedback, I'd appreciate it. I don't really even know who's watching these at this point. I hope I'm not boring you, but hey, whatever. You don't have to watch if you don't want to. This is for me, and I know my mom's watching, and she's my biggest fan, so have a good night. I will keep you posted on what happens.